Is this a mobile GSF today?
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Hell yeah. Where are you at?
I'm at the gym.
Oh, you're at the gym. Okay. I'm in the car.
I can see that.
I am on my way to a Sarah Padre practice, the last Tuesday practice for the seniors. Just gonna go document what's going on over there. As you all know, we're working on this Padre football docu-series, so this is the only time I could do this.
Right. You know, I think I need to take this thing off my finger right now. It's a
Oh
little,
damn, that looks heavy.
it's a little heavy. It's a little heavy.
Wow. I'm gonna have to get a good look at that in person sometime soon.
GetSportsFocus is brought to you by Summit Partners, leaders in growth equity investing. Weightsandbars.com. Build your home gym and shop locally from the Bay Area's best fitness equipment experts. Ike's Love and Sandwiches. Championship level sandwiches every single time. South Bay Construction, a reputation built on trust. And by Fuel Good, fueling your success. Conveniently located in Santa Clara off Homestead Road. For more info, go to fuelgoodmealprep.com.
So what's up, Coach Andrew? Talk to me, man.
Well, I mean, let's see. We got started with let's start with that. Like, it was a great weekend. We got to see some of the All-Stars. It was a good turnout. It was a great turnout this weekend.
Yeah.
But you can definitely tell, you know, some of the guys have, like, you know, you could tell who kept up with training and who has not. So, but, you know, all in due fun, like, everyone was having like a great time. It looks like everyone was responding really well. There wasn't really a lot of there was like a lot of good friendly competition. That's for sure. And I love to see that. I think they're receiving each other like very well, like all the kids are. I think they just don't know who's on whose team yet, which is fine.
Yep.
Which is fine. I think the suspense is better. So then when they do find out, like, you know, it just doesn't, at that point, it just won't matter anymore.
I'm trying to think. Last year, did we reveal Did we reveal the roster? I think we did.
We
Yeah,
did.
I think we did.
We did the reveal after, I think once we finally got everybody out there, we did the reveal.
Yeah.
So
I
not
think that's what's gonna
everybody's
happen this year too.
Yeah, because I don't think everybody's confirmed and some people aren't ready to come out and play yet.
Yes. Some guys are still playing. Others had official visits. So no, I thought it went really well. I really liked how the quarterbacks looked and how the linemen group, both offensive linemen and defensive linemen, how they looked and how they were not in shape.
That was
They
a
were
that was a
they were
good
kind of gassed.
oh yeah, that was a great competition to watch too. Was the lineman competition.
Yeah. It wasn't anything crazy. It was just really like an introductory thing. And I feel really good about the coaches that we have on board with the linemen.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel good about all the coaches that are joining us this year. So this is definitely there's some major improvements that have been made in the off season for this particular All-Star experience. And I love talking to the players and the coaches and the parents behind the scenes too. I think that's something that I enjoy, and, you know, just kind of get to know people and stuff.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite ones, and it's not just to be biased, but like, I am so glad we actually have a specialist coach.
Yes. Who is our specialist coach?
Michael Carasosa from Palma High School, San Jose State, and currently the XFL Las Vegas Vipers.
Nice. Wait, are you talking about Palma High School? The one that's going to be playing for the CIF D4A
I think it's
championship.
4A. I think it's 4A.
4A. Yeah, D4A. Yeah. Wow. You know who I'm super juiced for is like Logan Soldate.
Yes.
But let me remind everybody, the Soldates they're no strangers to state championships. Their son is a 3-time state finalist and a state champion. He's at Michigan State. Talking about Chase Soldate. So Jimmy, great job. Jimmy's their dad. He's a super cool dude.
Well, I mean, since we're talking about that, like, let's talk about the representation for the state championship this year. We got, let's start from the bottom. I don't know who's coming from the bottom.
Well, I don't know what's the bottom, but since we're talking about Palma, let's just start with Palma.
Yeah, we got Palma.
We're talking about bottom like south, like from the south, the like further south.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so we go Palma, then we have Soquel.
Ooh.
Then we go to Los Gatos.
Yep.
Then we have, if we're just going up north, and then you have De La Salle, Serra. Technically, De La Salle, Serra, they're kind of like same-ish distance, just on opposite sides.
Yep.
And then all the way up north, you have Folsom.
Got Folsom, yes.
So
you have Grant also. Grant is in, I believe.
Right.
Not Escalon, right? Escalon lost.
Escalon lost, which was surprising.
That's kind of like they're kind of way out there, but yeah, Folsom pulled it out. Like they did that last second or late in the game to win that game against Pitt.
Yeah, and this is no disrespect to any of the other schools. We just don't know who it is. I haven't really looked at it, so sorry. But the ones that we did name, like, I'm going to bring it up this way. That is a huge representation for the Bay Area.
Hell yeah.
Especially for all of the teams that, we cover week in and week out. Like, this is big. And what I want our listeners and our 1 bajillion viewers to know is that this kind of shows you that we're getting more competitive out here. You got to be ready.
Oh, yeah. Yep. And it ain't just private schools. We got Los Gatos, Soquel representing. That's huge.
Folsom and Grant. They're both public schools.
That's huge, yeah. And let's not forget, the San Ramon Valleys and the Pittsburgh. They got really far too, and it could have gone either way.
Right. So I think this is just kind of like saying right here, like, like these are teams that, like, it's just getting tougher out here. So
yeah,
my challenge to Northern California is, now that we're getting better, can we all follow suit? So now we can sweep the entire state championship now. Are we there yet? Because
we're not. I don't think we're there yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
So I think we got to win at least, like, if we can go at least 50% this year out of 15. Is it 15? Is it 15?
I'll put it this way. I do believe that the greater Bay Area schools, I'm talking about De La Salle, Serra, Los Gatos, and Soquel, and Palma, I think they can all win this weekend.
Oh, 100%.
I think they can all win, and I believe they can all win. So it's just a matter of them getting it done, and that would be huge. Now, if we only win, we as in the greater Bay Area, if we only win one championship, and it's the Serra championship, that takes care of the entire state.
It does. It really does.
I do believe that the Padres can pull this one off. It's going to be tough, and it's going to require something extraordinary but I do think that they can get it done. So, yeah, that's my
That's gonna be a fun.
prediction.
That's gonna be a fun one to watch. I'm super excited to watch that like this weekend. So yeah, if anything, at the end of the day, it's like, and that's the cool thing about state championship games. Like, yeah, you guys are all playing and like, all these teams are playing, different teams and in different divisions. But the thing is like every team from like Northern California is rooting for the other Northern California team. Like I mean, Northern California we've been sitting behind SoCal in football for too long now.
Yeah.
It's about time. So like, if I guarantee like if when Los Gatos and De La Salle win it, Sarah's gonna probably be like, yo, let's go, let's
Yeah.
keep going. And then they'll probably be there saying like, hey, you guys got to take the whole thing. Because then it shows that like this area is now a place to reckon with.
Oh yeah. I think it's a tribute to all the wonderful coaches out there in the Bay Area who are very
Right.
dedicated. And that kind of includes you because you're a strength coach and
Hmm.
you're part of the ecosystem, right?
Right. So it's like, what are you
So,
guys doing? Yeah, it's like, what are you guys doing now in this off season? Even though like even especially like the ones that like stopped playing early, your season ended a lot
about a
earlier.
month ago already.
Yeah, like what have
Yeah.
you guys been doing? Are you gearing up for your next sport to stay in shape, or are you getting ready for sevens, or are you just training? Like, what are you doing to
Are
make
you going
yourself
to the
better?
movies? Are you hanging out with your girlfriend? Are
Are
you
you playing
watching
Fortnite,
Netflix?
playing
Are you
Fortnite all
on
night long?
Fortnite on Hey, I bet you there's some kids like that, which is totally
And you,
fine because being successful and being great is not for everybody. And
yeah,
only the dedicated ones really are gonna stick to it. So,
yeah. I mean, I do agree with like, kids got to be kids. I get that part. Like, kids got to be kids, but it's like it's also there's a time and place for that too. Like, here's the big one, right? And I'm not even going to talk about it with like football. It's like, are you playing Fortnite over doing your homework?
mm,
Oh, did you do that? So now you're not in like an all-star game. Ah, see, that's where I spun it, right? Are you spending more
yeah.
time on Fortnite, not taking care of your grades, and now you can't play in like an all-star game, or now you can't get an offer because your grades are slipping? Like, what are you doing? Like that's the thing that like I don't think a lot of people are really thinking about is there's levels to being a great athlete. It's all the stuff that you can control. You can control your schoolwork, you can control your recovery, and you can control your training and how you show up. Those are the things that you guys can control.
Hmm.
Everything else is like, the coaches take care of that for you. They put you guys in a good position to like be successful and win. You guys just got to
Yep.
show up. So if you don't think you're checking all those boxes, then that's something that I think you guys really need to really think about, especially if you're trying to be like, you know, these players that come from like these top programs that, hate to say it this way, the ones that are still going, the ones that go the distance. There's a reason why these teams go the distance and annually go the distance.
That's right. And
So,
speaking of putting players and athletes in a position to be successful, um, Sarah broke the news last week that they will be playing St. John Bosco in the third game of the season starting fall of 2024. They're
that's
going to
crazy.
play, they're going to host the Braves in San Mateo week 3. And then the following year, they're going to go to Bellflower and play the Braves over there. So it's a one-on-one kind of a deal for now. Sarah's got a really tough schedule next year to begin with. They're going to open up with Folsom at Folsom, and then they're going to take on De La Salle at De La Salle, and then they're going to host St. John Bosco, take a week off, and then go to St. Francis week 1 of WCAL. Ouch.
Jeez.
Dang. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about this weekend. What do you think, Coach Andrew? I think we kind of already did, but
I think the teams that we talked about, like, I think if there's any teams that can do it, it's these ones. SoCal, I think they can do it. Palma, I think they can do it. Folsom, I think they can do it. De La Salle, I think they got it. And then Sarah, like Sarah is poised and positioned really well to do it this year. Like, and it's not just biased because of like, we're Northern California people. It's more of like these teams actually have a very, very good chance.
yeah.
Like they all played really well this year. And honestly, like if you really look at it, right? Like look at Folsom and De La Salle, I think they're better prepared because they all played each other.
Exactly.
Iron
Sarah played
sharpens irons.
Folsom. Sarah played De La Salle. And
Right.
Sarah almost played Los Gatos, but some way, somehow, Los Gatos,
Played Grant.
yeah, they didn't end up not playing them in the CCS Open. But it's all good. I think that would be a great matchup, though. Even though I think it's
Oh,
going to be a running clock by halftime as well.
but
No,
Los
no,
Gatos
no
got
one
to
can
play
hang with
Grant.
Sarah right now.
No, and then
Yeah,
didn't Los Gatos play Grant?
Los Gatos lost to Grant by a point.
Yeah, but look where Grant is. Grant is playing.
Grant is in the state championship. Yes.
So iron sharpens iron. Like that's what I'm kind of
Yep.
getting at. Like with these like teams, it's like iron sharpens iron. SoCal played Los Gatos.
First game of the
Palma played
season.
Palma played SoCal. Like
Yep.
all these teams have all in one way, shape, or form has they played against each other this season. So this group of teams is more than prepared to take on state right now.
Yeah. And what's
I'm
cool is
excited.
we've seen them. I've seen SoCal, Los Gatos, Grant. I saw Grant. So check this out: 7-on-7 tournament, San Jose State, 7-on-7 tournament. The final four were Pitt, De La Salle, Grant, and I believe maybe San Ramon Valley or one of the other green teams. But it ended up being De La Salle versus Grant in the finals. Oh, green team, St. Mary's. St. Mary's ended up winning the tournament. But those were the finalists: Pitt, De La Salle, St. Mary's, and Grant. It's a nice little preview of what is to come.
Yeah. So I'm super excited. Did you get my I left you a little gift in your car.
I did. I'm treasuring it by putting it aside for now. But I'll be wearing it soon.
It's almost indoor season.
I know. It's crazy.
I know it's like outdoor ends, indoor begins.
It's there's a guy driving crazy next to me. He's
Welcome
not a
to the Bay Area.
professional driver like me. You're talking a professional driver, coach.
I am 5 stars.
5 stars, yes. 4.99. Round it up to 5. Working my
Yeah.
way up. So Top Dog 5 definitely was a success. I do want to add something that we're doing with this all-star group. We are promoting the same thing we were promoting last year, good sportsmanship, being responsible, taking care of grades and all that stuff. But one thing that we're doing this year is we're trying to make some lifestyle contribution by exposing them to something that we all do every single day, multiple times a day, and that is eating healthy. I know a lot of these kids, they're kids. They have a lot of energy. They can eat whatever, but sooner or later, life catches up, and all of a sudden, you got some extra weight on you, and I thought it was pretty cool that we introduced them to something called a meal prep diet through our partnership with Feel Good. We've mentioned them a bunch of times during the segments. And so that was a highlight for me personally, because what I want to do with this All-Star experience is to promote those kinds of things that can help these individual athletes in life, and beyond. And I think we made a pretty good impact by having Luis from Feel Good deliver 60 meals to our homies, to our players. And, not all of them got it, obviously, because some of them didn't RSVP early enough. I thought that was pretty cool. And obviously having you there as a strength and conditioning coach of a professional team is trying to deliver to our All-Stars and their families. We're not just putting on an event. We're not just putting on a game. We're putting on an experience that can last a lifetime. I didn't read that, by the way. That's all up in here.
No, it's true. I think when you encompass it, right, when you look at these Division I programs, you look at these professional teams, that's the experience that you get, and it can help, it can help a lot of these kids, whether you decide to keep playing or not, at least, you're learning it, and then seeing how your body feels after this experience, your body will probably be like, oh, I want to stay with that. Let's not change this kind of thing, That's something that I think a lot of people need to understand. It's a healthy lifestyle doesn't just necessarily mean you got to be an athlete to do it. You can do it any which way, shape, or form at any time. Just don't start before it's too late. And when I mean too late, you're in the ground.
That's right. That's right. So we have the first All-Star practice coming up on the 15th. We're going to try to get through this weekend first. State championship is going to be a blast. I'm going to be down there, but the game's fully covered by Time Warner, Spectrum, whatever that thing is down there. So the games are televised. So you guys enjoy. I'm sure Coach Andrew is going to be watching. And next week we'll talk more about the All-Star and All-Star game and 7-on-7.
Yeah, and our camps.
And our camps coming up.
So a lot of things coming up, and then also how to help you guys prepare for, those that are going to start going to those camps and what you can do, how to better put yourself in a good position, and who to talk to.
Yep.
We'll set you guys up to succeed.
There you go. So you're picking Los Gatos, Soquel, Palma, De La Salle, and Serra. I'm picking those 5 teams.
Yeah, I'm picking every Northern California team. Let's do it, NorCal. We got to do it once. If we sweep it this year, man, that'd be awesome.
Well, one major thing that I've been talking about is why is it always down there? 2017 was the last year that it was up in Sacramento. So since then, it's been down south every single year. I don't understand that.
Well, look who's been winning it all the time.
Yeah, but I don't know. That's kind of like home field advantage. I don't know if that makes sense.
So I feel like if we sweep it this year, then there's no reason for them to think about not letting us get it up here.
Yeah, exactly. Very, very true.
So let's do it, NorCal.
Let's go, NorCal.
Bring it back up here.
Bring it back up here. Just like when Palo Alto won it, they beat Centennial, and then De La Salle. I don't know who De La Salle beat. but I think it was Servite. But that championship year was really cool, and it was raining heavy too, from what I remember. So
Yeah.
I'm excited for this weekend, man. I can't wait to get down there and watch NorCal represent.
They got it. It'll be a fun one.
Yep.
Cool.
All right, people. We'll see you next year. Next time. We'll see you next time.